Hello everybody, my name's Joe Gillespie. The story I'm about to tell you is going to blow your mind. I got to tell you quick because it's only YouTube only allows a 10-minute video. Okay? I'm talking to you from Las Vegas, Nevada. You understand? The city of Las Vegas is in serious trouble. Okay? In the 70s, the United States put up a satellite defense system that allowed thermal energy to be able to see through walls into houses of thermal energy, using thermal energy to see how many people were in a house and so forth and so on. And he also installed a sound bit. And then they contracted out to the police departments all across the country. Mostly only the narcotic squads and SWAT and probably homicide and robbery were allowed to use it because when they were going after apprehensive suspects or drug dealers. Anyway, there was a 1980 squad that was led by a man named Eric Ducharme, okay? He was captain of the undercover narcotics squad then, okay? He's a very good man, but I guess several of his team members that were underneath him were not very good men, okay? And they went bad. They retired from the narcotics squad and they went bad, okay? But they got used to that satellite system and they started using it to spy on the people in Las Vegas. And they got some, cronies from high school. I went to Ed Clark High School, Ed Clark here in Las Vegas. I've been a long-time resident. I've been here for over 55 years, okay? That's why I know what's going on and how I found out what was happening. And they kidnapped my son, okay? While they were using the satellite system, they used it. A sound bit was installed so they could hear not only see who was in the houses, they could also hear what they had to say. Okay. And they used it to spy on Nellis Air Force Base and the test site. Okay. And they found out what the test site and the Nellis Air Force Base was using a program, a cloning program. They successfully cloned human beings. Now, believe it or not, they studied the procedure. They watched them day in and day out. They got people from here from Roslin Institute in Scotland, in Edinburgh, Scotland. And they forced them to work with them and so they could successfully clone human beings. And first people they cloned, believe it or not, was the presidents of the United States. And they only did that so they could use the president and his voice because they have voice analyzers now. So he could call like the CIA or Homeland Security or FBI and say, look, I need to have these people authorized to use this program and under government sanction. And they use the voice and the person's face through the camera work, so they thought they were actually talking to the President of the United States, the real president. And you know how government is, man. Papers get swashed back and forth, and nobody sees really or talks to anybody, So nobody really found out that it was a phony president, not the real president of the United States, giving permission to use this program, okay? And anyway, once they started cloning people, they started replacing people like movie stars and CEOs of corporations such as IBM and Microsoft and Apple computers and so forth and so on, and other corporations, like Mars and Heinz and what have you, and Anheuser-Busch. Anyway, they cloned people and replaced them so they could steal their money. This gang of thieves has cloned over 27,000 people, okay? And they replaced them in Las Vegas, and they replaced people in Beverly Hills and in New York City and Miami and Chicago. Okay? And like I said, Eric Ducharme's family was forced into this situation. They've been held prisoner for over 20 years, okay? By the clones themselves. Eric Ducharme's crew was, by the way, their names was Andrew Skursky, Elliot Trouse, and Eddie Trahurst was three of the men that were involved in this, okay? And they've helped clone police officers. Which ones, I don't know, okay? But to help them go along and force them to go along with this. Anyway, let's see. We've got all these people are either dead or being held prisoner here in Las Vegas. Our town's in big trouble. I tried to call the FBI. The FBI has certain individuals that have been cloned and put in place to not allow any help to come here to us. The town's under their control, and if we don't get help here soon, you're going to have a lot more people. It's going to be a worse tragedy than 9/11. It already is a worse tragedy than 9/11. Please help us. Help us get here. We need the FBI. I need the National Guard here, okay? And I can prove what I'm saying if you'll just get the people here. I need help, okay? I need Homeland Security. I need the National Guard. I need ATF. I need NSA and the CIA all here. Now I have, back in 1989, I got a nose job, okay? They'd already had control of the plastic surgeon that was doing the work on my nose and my mouth. He installed an eye cam underneath my eye right here. And as what it is, the transmitter goes in my nasal cavity and attaches to the optic nerve to my eyes. So they can see everything that I see. Okay, and there's also a two-way receiver transmitter down buried deep in the canal of my ear, and I can prove it with simple X-ray from what they call a 300 a Siemens MRI machine, 300 Tesla. Okay, you can photograph my ear and my eye, and you'll see the transmitters in my ear and my eye, and also your brain. They've come up with the computer chips that came down from Silicon Valley and from Japan. Now I'm telling you, our country's in trouble. Our city's in trouble. The state of Nevada's in trouble. The entire country's in trouble. If you don't get somebody here, we're all going to die. And I'm trying to get this message out to the United States of America, to the President of the United States, to the FBI, CIA, ATF, and Homeland Security. We need help now, and I need the National Guard to come here and enforce martial law. Because I believe the sheriff might have been cloned. I don't know. I've tried to get through to him, but nobody returns my calls. I don't know if the secretary's the ones that clone, or the sheriff, or I don't know what's going on. But we need help, and we need it now. They've kidnapped my son, my ex-wife, my family, and I can prove they're clones. I don't know if my real son's alive or not, but I need your help. Please, for the love of God, get somebody here. I can prove every word I'm saying. This is not a test. This is not a guy screwed up on crack or anything else talking to you. This is a man who's telling you the truth. Please help us get here, and get here fast before I'm dead and much more people die. We need your help. The president needs your help. They've cloned the President Obama. And just to prove to you, by the way, I believe they killed President Bush. I believe they killed the real President Bush and the real President and his son, George Bush Jr. Because I heard President Bush with my two-way transmitter in my ear tell me, look, tell the Secret Service that President Bush said the words Winston and Old Red to prove that he was the real President Bush. Please get us some help. We need it now. I'm begging you, please help us.